Cut the music, cut the music. How's everybody doing this morning? What is today? Wednesday. My day is all fucked up already. The damn Seahawks parade in Seattle. Is it really that important to close an entire administration building because of a Seahawks parade that is 30 miles away? I mean, I just don't get it. Valentine's Day is a couple days away. I planned on being out selling today. I'm still going to, but not at the place I thought I was going to be at. So it is what it is. But I hope everybody's doing good. What else we got going today? I've been making cupcakes all morning. I got huckleberry cupcakes for $40 a dozen if anybody's interested, if anybody's in the Tacoma, Seattle area. We got Epstein, just random shit. Not a whole lot going on. My brain is scattered this morning. I'm in a mood. Pissed off about the fucking administration building. But we'll get into it. Let's see here. What do we got? What do we got? What am I going to start with? I don't have anybody here yet. So I'm just going to play some music really quick. Maybe that'll help. Something not copyrighted. Do-dum, do-dum, dum, 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 do-dum. Ryan Upchurch. If they wanted a decent halftime show, like a real talent, it would have been Ryan Upchurch. You want some real fucking American music? GP USA, you should have signed this guy. Not Kid Rock's fucking dumbass looking like Phyllis Diller.
Sometimes I get stoned in my backyard, lay off in the tall grass so my view is the stars. I think about nothing, get to clear my thoughts from all the thunder and lightning, so I feel a spark. Sometimes I get higher than the Colorado Rockies, hoping that the county sheriff don't stop me. Like Charlie Daniels said, you shouldn't smoke at dope. But damn it, I can't help, I love Rolling Stone. With the windows rolled down and the radio up, sweet tea full in my solo cup, listening to the humming of the 44, sounding like a concert. I'm a beat up door, arm hanging out the window, smiling away, smoking on some ground where the cattle graze. Charlie Daniels said you shouldn't go smoke at dope. Hell, I can't help, I love Rolling Stone. Yeah, I love Rolling Stone.
Oh, there's a good rant coming today, Patty. Don't you worry.
Smoke rolling around the cab with the dome light on, looking like a stage for a Leonard Skinner song. Hanging out with Mary Jane, but she's making the time go slow. Making memories with my buddies through the thick green smoke, puff passing out the windows of my old Tahoe. Lifted so damn high I can't come down, driving under the speed limit in my town. With the windows rolled down and the radio up, sweet tea full in my solo cup, listening to the humming of the 44, sounding like a concert. I'm a beat up door, arm hanging out the window, smiling away, smoking on some ground where the cattle graze. Charlie Daniels said you shouldn't go smoke at dope. Hell, I can't help, I love Rolling Stone. Yeah, I love Rolling Stone. There ain't nothing like the swaying of a windy back road, baked out like a barn full of tobacco. I know Jesus drank wine, but I bet he wouldn't mind sitting with me in my Chevy, passing around a few times. With the windows rolled down, the radio up, sweet tea full in our solo cup.
All right, cut the music, DJ. Thank you, Ryan Upchurch. Yeah, now that would have been a concert for a Super Bowl halftime show. I'm the damn fucking Phyllis Diller, a.k.a. Kid Rock, looking like Knock Knock from the Great Space Coaster. Gorilla McGorilla, whatever that guy's name was, Gorilla Gorilla, when he has the little furly thing on, the boa, whatever you call those things. I mean, my God, what a fucking idiot. And then he goes on with this DJ. Oh, we weren't lip syncing. Yeah, you were. And even, you know what? You guys should have lip synced. You and your DJ should have lip synced that little fucking video you did. It would have sounded better. You rant so we don't have to. You got it, Patty. It's coming. It's coming. Don't you worry. Let's see here. But yeah, I made 6 dozen cupcakes this morning. I don't know if I'm going to make more cupcakes or I'm going to bake something, but I don't know if I'm going to do little loaf cakes. Just depends. Probably just gonna make more cupcakes and just do different types. I'll do like a banana cream, coconut cream, whatever, with toasted coconut on top with banana pudding in the middle, basically. That, huckleberry, strawberry crunch. I could do like lemon or something like that. Mostly huckleberry though. Tommy, hello. Good afternoon. Yes. 7:08 a.m. is afternoon here, and 10:08 a.m. is afternoon there. Who would it be afternoon for? Puerto Rico? Greenwich time. Good morning to you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Do you ever eat anything you make? Yeah, I wish I could just lie and say no. I shouldn't eat anything that I make. But I do. And I've just been horrible lately. And it's affecting just yeah, I do. I've been eating, in fact, I have a bag right here sitting on my desk of leftover potato chips that just have pieces of chocolate stuck to them, which it's just not good. I should not be doing that. But I'm snapping out of it. Went to the meat market yesterday. I go in cycles. I wish I didn't, but I do. Thindu, good morning, bro. Sada. But I try not to eat too much, Patty. I sample everything I make too. It's a baker's down. Yeah, we definitely sample. But I'm talking about, like I said, I have this whole thing in my room here, and it's in it's not completely full, but it's a 2-gallon freezer bag, but it's only got, like an 1/8 full. It's like a big bag of shake. If anybody's ever had a bag of shake. But yeah, I do sometimes. Some things I had to quit making because I eat more of it than I sell. Specifically the jelly nougat candy. Somebody asked me about that the other day, the Samoan dude. And I said, man, I'll make you some. And I started to make it, and I'm only halfway through making it, and I started to eat it, some of the little pieces. It's just bad. But yeah, so there's the Seahawks parade today in downtown Seattle. And they're closing the place that I planned on selling at. Thank goodness for Facebook, because I never would have thought that in a million years, and it would have been too late. Because I probably would have already went to the store this morning to get the strawberries. And I'm very light on chocolate right now. My milk, I have plenty of white and dark. I don't have any milk chocolate. I have very little. I'm like flatlining. I ordered it a few days ago. It's supposed to be here Friday. I hope it comes Thursday. It better not come Saturday. So I planned on spending the whole day at the admin building today, or at least till 2:00 when I got to leave to go pick up my granddaughter. So that's not going to happen. So I'm just going to spend the day baking. I'm going to go around to a few pot shops that I know. I was going to go after my rounds tomorrow, but or after selling tomorrow, but I'm going to do it today. Let everybody know what I got. Try to sell some stuff today, but pretty prepared. Oh yeah, and I have to buy strawberries today. And it's always a gamble. I'm not going to stress over it too hard because it is what it is. If I don't get any, I don't get any, but I'm pretty sure I will. You know, I need lots of strawberries. I have built-in sampler name is Vito Vasushi. Yes, you do. But see, dogs can't eat chocolate, right? So he wouldn't be able to eat any of that stuff. You know, in fact, it would be, if I had a pet, because I do a lot of my stuff at home. If I had a pet, then I would do it all at the kitchen. You know what I mean? Like, especially the commercial stuff. But yeah, no, I get it. Vito, I'm sure, and I love feeding dogs. There's Mercy is the dog at the country market. If you guys follow me on Facebook, I go to the Rockridge Country Market in Enumclaw a lot. And she's got the cat Lucy and her dog Mercy. And I'll bring them. I haven't brought them anything to eat for a long time. I keep forgetting. But they wait. When they see you pull up, they're like hoping. And when the food trucks pull up, Mercy, she'll literally like howl like a wolf. She gets so excited because she knows she's going to eat. It's just freaking hilarious. Dogs are the best. Dang, my stomach is growling. Already talking about food. They're the best vacuum cleaners too. No crumbs on the floor, right? Thindu, I was hearing repeated blessings to you on Stand Up Guys show. Did not come from Sachio. Him and Carlos were abusing Uncle Edwin, and they were streaming his blessings to you. Interesting. Patty, not a chance of hitting the floor with Vito around. Exactly. Okay, since you guys are here, let's play a quick little Jeopardy, shall we? And I didn't look at these either because I just pulled them up. I'm not going to answer them, but let's see if I can just backtrack right to it. I might be able to. No, let's just go to the watch later. Come on now. What happened? There we go. What is this? Oh, no, not watch later, playlist. There we go. Here we go with, so you're going to have to hear what's his name again real quick. The most horrible version of himself. Oh, we got a commercial. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to get this. Yep. That guy. All right. Bummer movie endings is what we're going with. Probably have a commercial here.
Cricket 5G speeds. But ping pong.
What? Bummer movie endings.
Let's do bummer movie endings for 1200.
Ollie orchestrated the deaths of the entire Catton family just so he could dance around their house with his thingy out.
I have no idea, and I'm already pissed off that it talks about the thing with the thingy out. I'm just going to fucking end it right there. What the fuck? What kind of faggot bullshit is this? Who is the fucking host of this show? You know what? Fuck Jeopardy, okay? We're not playing Jeopardy today. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing no bullshit fucking with this thingy out. You're not getting me. I'm not doing it. Fuck you, Jeopardy. How about that? Bring back Alex Trebek. Alex Trebek never would have said that shit. And that's why I go with the old school ones. I just pulled one of the newer ones up. Motherfuckers. I should have looked at what it said with this thingy out. Oh my God. These fucking people. This is just AOC. Just a random video.
I wanted to ask you about the Bad Bunny halftime performance. Trump is out there saying he couldn't understand, or nobody could understand a word he was saying, and that the dancing is, quote, disgusting. What's your response to what he's putting out there?
I barely know what Trump's saying half the time, so I feel him.
So I thought that was kind of funny. She can't understand. You know, I'm over Trump. You know, here's a question. I wish I could do a poll, but I'm just gonna put it here. I need to get back to StreamYard over here. Who would you vote for? I seen this on someone's show yesterday. Who would you vote for? Hunter Biden or JD Vance? My capabilities are not that of Jeopardy level. Can we black checkers or Uno? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I would much rather play checkers or Uno than listen to that bullshit. I should have screened it. Tommy says Hunter. So we got one for Hunter. And I'm not judging anybody either which way. That's an honest question. It's not a trick question. It's an honest question. If those were the two people, who would you vote for? What else do we got here? And you don't have to answer it if you don't want to. This was 1995, talking about Windows.
My name is Greta, and we're going to be learning how to use Microsoft's latest version of Windows, called Windows 95. If you can, follow along with your own computer. It'll make the learning process easier for you. Hold the button down on the file, and then drag the mouse cursor and position it over the recycle bin, and release the button. Anyone can do that. This feature is new to Windows 95 and can be very helpful if you decide to delete something and then realize later that you still need it. You can retrieve it from the recycle bin and you're back in business. Isn't that cute? And it could keep you out of trouble too. Remember, to keep scrolling, you have to hold down the Alt button. Isn't that a sexy little trick? You can try it later. My name is Greta.
Well, thank you for that, Greta. I have a couple takes on this. Let me read I got to go back to so we got Hunter. Hunter make crack great again. Yep. I have to go with Hunter too. I trust a coke sniffer more than Vance. That question is highly irritating, Mossada. I get it. No, I get it, Grateful. It is. But it's something that we have to ponder. I mean, I got to be honest. There's going to be, we don't really know. I mean, JD Vance is like, I guess the real question is like, how low will we go to avoid JD Vance? Because he probably will be, it could be like Vance Rubio, potentially for 8 years. What if these elections really are rigged? It could be Vance Rubio for 8 years and then Rubio ? For 8 years. We could be in for a long stretch of this shit. I don't know. We need a saving grace. Greta needs macaroni. So this thing right here, it really kind of stands out, this video, because number one, you can't even go to Jeopardy without his thingy out. They don't promote heterosexuality anymore. They don't promote women being beautiful women anymore. So that's one thing that stands out. But the biggest thing that stands out to me for this is, number one, if you go back to, and I don't remember, it's been a long time since I heard about any of this, but so this was 95, long after the internet had already been around for a long time for certain people. The internet was I think like the first company was like Triple C or something like that, where they literally laid like, Ethernet cable in the ground type of thing. But it was originally used by scientists to trade information about subatomic particles and just, scientific shit. But you put the two together, the scientist and everything with the Epstein files and the blackmail and and all of it. It's just kind of creepy. It's just all kind of creepy. is the internet really used for like trafficking and stuff like that? Is that really like what the crux of it was in the beginning? You know what I mean? It's just all fucking creepy. The whole world is creepy right now. I'll just say that. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Very true, Grateful. Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, everybody has their own judgment. I mean, this video is just kind of a novelty now. I mean, but it just, it's just weird. It's just odd. It's a time capsule, you know? It's a time capsule. It's a time capsule to back in 95. I mean, I don't know. But now we have guys like this. This is sad in itself. This guy is highly addicted his whole life to drugs. And, you know, the thing with this guy is he really kind of speaks the truth.
It's changed every aspect of my life because it's literally made my family fucking non-existent in my life. It's completely destroyed every aspect of me and myself, and it's an absolute ball and chain that's held to my life. That's weighted down and slowly suffocating me and dragging me along fucking day by day. It's a terrible thing. It's a curse I've never wished upon anybody.
Wow, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
What's it going to take for you to break that cycle?
Probably die in my sleep by an overdose.
He says probably die in his sleep or overdose. You know, pretty sad. But the guy that makes those videos, Kevin, he goes around and he helps these people on the street. Like he actually helps them. You know, I think he used to be homeless himself and all this kind of stuff. So I don't know too much about him, but I'm a fan of what he does. He doesn't just go like exploit these people. Pretty sad. But there's a lot of people like that. This is Matthew Lawrence. He was a child star on Brotherly Love. I think that was a movie, maybe. Maybe that was a show. He was in Mrs. Doubtfire. He was in Boy Meets World. The Hot Chick. He's age 46 now. His spouse is Cheryl Burke. And this is him talking about his experience in Hollywood.
Whether it's another woman or another man in power.
Yeah.
There's been many times in my life where I've been propositioned to get a huge role. I've lost my agency because I went to the hotel room, which I can't believe they would send me to, of a very prominent Oscar award-winning director who showed up in his robe, asked me to take my clothes off and said he needed to take Polaroids of me, and that if I did X, Y, and Z, I would be the next Marvel character. I didn't do that, and my agency fired me because I left this director's room. And
along those lines,
a lot of these stories, a lot of my other male friends have gone through with both men and women in this industry. But there's a double standard, and this is where I bring Terry Crews. Terry Crews comes out and says it. People are laughing at him.
So, I mean, wow. Keep your kids out of Hollywood for sure, if you can. Let's skip that one. Okay, so Stanley Kubrick is the guy that directed The Shining. It was a great movie. And if you know anything about conspiracy theories, and I hesitate to use that term because I was labeled a conspiracy theorist this morning. I tuned into a show this morning and somebody said, "Oh, the conspiracy theorist Mossada." So I don't want to use that. I can't remember where I heard that this morning on whose show that was. But anyway, so if you heard the conspiracy theory about The Shining, it really kind of details the moon landing. It's a whole thing. There's a whole documentary. that's neither here nor there. This is Stanley Kubrick. He directed the movie Eyes Wide Shut, which I've never seen because I always thought it was a weird movie anyways, like just the what do you call it, the commercial for it, the trailer. It exposes child sex trafficking, occult rituals, sex magic, and how the global elite practice human sacrifice. Well, I went down this rabbit hole the other day about this, and then I just happened to see that this was on InfoWars the other day. It's so weird how the universe works like that. But he was mad. He was in an argument with the with the studio because he didn't want he wanted his movie to portray what was really going on with the child sex trafficking, and they edited it. They killed him. He died right after that. He died like shortly after a screening of the final cut. He mysteriously died, and his original vision was cut down and edited to dull the powerful truth he sought to show audiences after he mysteriously died following a screening of his final cut, which gave the movie studio artistic control. So we'll just watch a quick little clip of this. It's just fucking weird.
There's Chinese food and pizza on the table. The pizza's for the girl. Very symbolic.
And that's Harrison, that's Alex Jones, and him are this is on their show. So they're the ones talking in the background. And it is when he says that the pizza is symbolic because of Pizzagate. That's how these people, 10 years ago, we were all talking about Pizzagate and everybody said it was just fucking bullshit. Come to find out there was something to it.
What on earth is going on here?
Village, I can explain everything.
You! What are you here? I tell you, I promise I'll kill you! And you, have you no sense of decency? Gentlemen, have you no sense of decency?
Village, have you gone crazy? We were invited here by the young lady.
Young lady, it is my daughter. And couldn't you see she is a child? You will have to explain to police.
The police?
You little whore, I kill you for this. I promise, I'll kill you. I'll kill you. Hold on to that gun for me, please.
Village, this is preposterous. The young lady invited us here.
Couldn't you see she is deranged? Doctor, sorry to keep you waiting. Gentlemen, this is now a police matter. You will please stay here until I return.
What are you doing? Get us out of here!
I'm afraid that's out of the question.
He goes back to the costume store to return the costume, and then again he sees the girl with the Asian men, and the police were never called.
Here it is. Yes, dear? Come. Would you like to say hello to Dr. Hartford?
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you, Mr. Milich. I'll call you soon. Bye-bye.
Goodbye, gentlemen. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
And you too.
Well, Dr. Hartford, here is your receipt. I'm tearing up your deposit. And thanks for the business.
Mr. Milich, last night, you were going to call the police.
Well, things change. We have come to another arrangement. And by the way, if the good doctor himself should ever want anything again, anything at all, it needn't be a costume.
So he's offering his daughter to him.
Yes.
Now it's open.
So, I mean, that's a good reason why I didn't ever watch that fucking disgusting movie. And the only reason why I played it like that is because So it was so important to these guys to make this movie. And it's not like Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman don't know about all this. It was so important for these guys to make this movie, but then they have to edit it so the public doesn't see it. And then when the director wants the movie the way that it's supposed to be so the public can find out about it, they kill him. I mean, that's some fucking weird, sick shit. And this movie was made a long time ago. I mean, when was that movie made? You know what I mean? So this has been going on for a long time. I mean, it's going on for even way before that, but it's just very fucking twisted. Very twisted. There are claims that Scientology is huge in trafficking. Oh, I bet for sure. In fact, there's one place. I don't even want to. I can't even remember now. It was by the Palisades. That was a Scientology building. Grateful I live really close to their hub here in Clearwater. The streets were literally crawling with them. Damn. Just got CG2. Hello. Good to see you. So Epstein Files. Deepak Chopra. He is a spiritual. Let me see if I still have him on here. Yeah. In the Awakening course, I invite you to explore the deepest mysteries of existence. He's an Indian American author, New Age guru, and alternative medicine advocate. And he is all up in the Epstein Files. And he has a chance to explain himself here, and he just...
Sir, I've got to ask you, listen, sir, you built your entire career. You built your entire career on spirituality. What do you have to say about your actions with Epstein? Any regrets? Do you have any regrets? I said, do you have any regrets about your relationship with Epstein? What's that?
He says, you decide. I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to answer any questions. You decide. He just says that all the way to the end. And then he says...
I'm just, I get it. I understand. All right. Good luck. And look, listen, and you're sure it's going to come out? The truth, sir? Okay.
I mean, I guess we'll decide. Yeah. I guess we will decide. Oh, really? Grateful. You talked to him? He's an asshole. I'm going to go ahead and agree with you on that one. I try not to judge people before I get to know them, but I'm going to agree with you on that one, to say the least. No one should escape this. I mean, I don't even know if we know exactly what even happened. What is happening here? Like, what is this? What are we talking about exactly? Excuse me. Are we talking about pedophilia, or are we talking about like eating people? You know what I mean? Like, we need to know exactly what is going on. Is it still going on? Because it probably is still going on somewhere, some island off of Israel somewhere, I would imagine. It's just all very fucking sick and twisted. And it's so rampant. It's like, it's been in our face this whole time. I don't know. And is all this just a distraction from the money? Remember a few months ago, they were talking about USAID and all that, and the Colombian drag performances and the pigeons on cocaine experiments and all that kind of shit. The trillions of dollars they were uncovering. They laugh all the way to the bank. Deepak, Oprah, Dr. Oz, cancer. Yeah, I agree. He used to be a customer. He was involved in trading in the markets. That was 20. Wow. So is Eppy's Island the new Bohemian Grove? Sounds like. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely was they found a satanic temple there or something. Alex Jones was talking about that yesterday with sulfuric acid. Barrels of sulfuric acid underneath the temple. All pretend experts. Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. We were all duped back then, for sure. Thought this just was kind of interesting. This is I don't know if this was 1976, but I think it was. On an episode of Sesame Street, Margaret Hamilton, who played the Wicked Witch of the West in the 1939 film The Wizard of Oz, reprises her role. Promptly calls Flood from PBS, complaining about the frightening nature of her performance and the traumatization of American children, and PBS agrees never to air the episode again.
The wind blew that broom right out from under me and dumped me here. And I don't think I like it. But from the looks of it, I know I'm not in Oz anymore. I must be over the rainbow somewhere. Well, the sooner I can get out of here, the better I like it. Find my broom and fly away. My broom. My broom. What's he doing with my beautiful broom? Why? What do you think you're doing with my broom? Give it back.
Is this your broom?
Yes, it is my broom.
Lady, look, you got to be more careful with this broom. You know, wait a minute.
It's my broom.
Well, that may be true.
Be careful with anything.
You do, because
yes, I have it.
That thing almost came right out. It came out of the sky and almost hit me right in the head.
Well, that was the wind. It was not me.
Well, you have to be more careful.
Well, I have nothing to do with be careful.
Calm down. Calm down. You can't have the broom until you come.
Let me have it.
You can't have the broom until you show me a little respect.
Oh, yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Oh, curses, curses. Oh, I forgot. I can't so much as lay a finger on that broom as long as somebody else is holding on to it. That's not fair. That's not fair. Well, I'll fix you. You may think you see the end of me, but you haven't. I'll be back.
Oh. Hey, lady. Hey, lady. Whew. That's a very powerful broom. And a very mean lady. Well, she won't get this broom back until she shows me a little respect and dignity.
Yeah, it's nothing compared to these days, but I guess, I can definitely see why people back then, because we were normal, would have been like, oh, no,
Oh, dear. I've got to get my broom back. I can't leave without it. I've got to get it back. I've got to make a plan of some sort. Now, what can I do? Oh, dear. What can I do? Now, let me see. Oh, yes. This is what I have done. I've made it rain in the store. All wet and messy. That didn't work. And then I threatened David with turning him into a basketball basket. That didn't work either. And then Big Bird. I told him I'd turn him into a feather duster. Feather duster, nothing at all. That didn't work either. Well, they all worked. They didn't work on them.
You know something? You have got to be the most beautiful person I have ever seen.
Oh, keep still.
Wow, I think I'm in love.
Of course, Oscar the Grouch would think that. That's too funny. Too funny. Yeah, I hope Carmen gets them too, Patty. I mean, I don't know. Dindy says, I remember the old days, Wizard of Oz coming on 2 times a year, and we couldn't wait to be scared by the monkey. Yeah, the monkey scared the crap out of me. That was the creepiest part to me, too. That ruined me the first time I seen them. What the fuck are those things, man? This is, They did. They scared me. I was easily scared as a child. So I picked my granddaughter up from school yesterday, driving home. I forgot my phone in my truck, and I take my daughter's car to pick her up because I already got the car seat in there. And so I told my granddaughter, so I don't have my phone, so we're just gonna have to just tell stories and have conversation the whole way, And she brought up the Super Bowl. She goes, I watched the Super Bowl and I seen Bad Bunny. And I'm just thinking to myself, oh, God. Why is it so important, the halftime show, that even they have to make it to where the little kids know about the fucking halftime show? My granddaughter isn't even 4 yet. She'll be 4 in March.
Oh, dear.
Right.
I've got to get my broom back. I can't leave without it. I've got to get it back. I've got to make a plan of some sort. Now, what can I do?
Sorry, guys. Let me pause that. Yeah, so, and she goes, I seen Bad Bunny. And I go, oh, it was good, huh? I think she said something else too about the dancing or something. You know, I just said, oh, you liked this dancing or something like that. I didn't even want to put even one letter into the atmosphere about anything. I just, whatever she said was fine with me. I was just going to kind of just go with whatever she said. I can't remember exactly what she said, though. But in the back of my mind, I'm just thinking, fuck. Are you serious? But it is what it is. I mean, so. But we had a great time yesterday. We stopped and got ice cream. She got some ice cream. And then we went home and we watched cartoons for a little while. Then we went out in the garage and jumped on the trampoline, and that was about it. It was fun. You're going to do the same thing again today. What else do we got? President Trump and Carolyn Leavitt have personally reviewed the newly released FBI surveillance footage of the potential subject outside Nancy Guthrie's home. Oh, great. Great. What are you guys, like crime fighters now? You and old Trumpety Trump and Carolyn Leavitt. By the time it gets to them, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, who cares? I mean, I don't care. I have something else on that, but I'll get back to it. Rob Schneider, did you guys know this, that Jimmy Kimmel's wife is the writer of the show?
I think he's affected by the head writer, who's his wife, who's a liberal. That's
the head writer is his wife.
Yeah, that's way out there.
Jimmy Kimmel's
wife. Jimmy Kimmel.
No, I know, but the head writer for what? For the show?
Jimmy Kimmel show.
For the show
is his wife.
Did you see the podcast where he looked like he was a hostage by her over liberal white anger and bitterness? Oh,
I think it's obviously. Look, Jimmy Kimmel's certainly capable of being funny. I mean, I remember doing.
Really?
I remember doing the show. He was the MC while we did the Hugh Hefner roast 8 days after 9/11. And he was funny. He can be funny. I think when you get so emotionally vested in something, and I
just thought that was an interesting fact. I'm going to move on. That's good, and glad you didn't give Bad Bunny any notice and let her think what she thought about it. Yes, exactly. That's very important to me, CG too. It's like, I just want her to be her, I was thinking about that, like right after that happened, as we're driving and talking, she's in the back seat, and I'm thinking like, you're just so much more prepared as a grandparent for stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's so much more difficult as a parent, because you're going to be over at your friend's house who have other young kids, and so just like we all have conversations about Bad Bunny and Kid Rock, they're doing it in front of the kids because they really don't have a choice, because that's just how it goes, I guess. And my daughter is she never talks about, if I brought up anything about any type of politics or anything, she would just tell me to be quiet. Like, she doesn't have time for it, type of thing. I mean, she would literally just shut me down, right? But I've never talked to my daughter about any of that. I've talked to her about some conspiracy things, and she told me eventually. She always knew how I felt about the government controlling the weather and all that kind of shit. And she did tell me eventually, I'll say it's probably about like 8 years ago. She said, Dad, one of these days I think everybody's going to realize you were right about everything. And I said, thank you for saying that. And recently I said, so has that day come? And she's like, yeah, pretty much. I don't claim to be right about everything, but you know what I mean? Just the government and shit like that. Play Barbies on the trampoline. Yeah, we didn't play Barbies. We just jumped on what were we doing on the trampoline? So her trampoline, it's got a little zipper. So you get inside of it, and it actually has a hammock. It dubs as a hammock. So there's a bar that goes over the top that I guess you can grab onto to jump, to help you jump. But there's a hammock that you can lay in. So she does that, which is cute. But she's at the point now where I took the bar off yesterday. I haven't seen her jump on the trampoline in a minute. I was like, we got to take that bar off if you're going to jump, because you're going to hit your head, And so we took the bar, and she's just jumping, and I can't remember what we were talking about. We were pretending something. It's always pretend this, pretend that. Yeah, I can't remember. My mind's out of blank, but we had fun. Your grands in Texas were excited. I just listened to their take, as my daughters-in-law family are originally from Mexico. Decades ago. Nice. That's awesome, CG2. Yeah, I love spending time with my granddaughter, and I'm sure it's thank goodness for like FaceTime and all that. Now you can at least see them and all that kind of stuff. It makes it a lot better. Because it makes my day when I'm able to talk to my granddaughter, and you can see their facial expressions and their emotions. And I don't know if this video looked like it halfway played. It's just a fight, but the whole thing here is the excellent camera work by the gentleman in the red shirt. I'm going to turn down the volume. So that's pretty darn good camera work right there, I must admit. You FaceTime a lot? Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. The Colombian President Petro, not having a good time. We can't understand what he's saying, but it says, I have to confess, I've been traveling for 2 days, escaping being killed. I couldn't land because the lights were turned on. In the morning, I didn't land where I was supposed to, fearing the helicopter would be shot at with my children inside. So we went out to sea for 4 hours, and I arrived where I wasn't supposed to, but I arrived.
Hice lo que sé hacer, entonces cogimos el mar abierto 4 horas y llegué a donde no tenía que llegar, pero llegué.
And I would imagine after what happened to Maduro that he would be nervous. I'm not talking shit or anything. I would just imagine that, he probably feels like he could be next. Who knows? Real Housewives of New York star Jill Zarin was fired from E! reality show after she criticized Bad Bunny's Super Bowl show. And this was her criticizing him.
It was the worst halftime show ever. It's 250 years that we're celebrating right now in the United States. And I just don't think it was appropriate to have it in Spanish. And quite frankly, I didn't need to see him grabbing his, G area. I think it was totally inappropriate. You've got all these young kids watching the Super Bowl, and he doesn't have to be grabbing himself every 5 seconds. Is he so insecure? Seriously, I didn't understand it. I don't speak Spanish. I would have liked to have known the words he was saying. To me, it looked like a political statement because there were literally no white people in the entire thing. I think it was a political statement, and I'm not taking a side one way or the other. I just do. I think it was an ICE thing. And I just think that the NFL sold out, and it's very sad because this was 75 years. And, you know, shame. Shame. And Lady Gaga got a facelift. I didn't recognize her. I literally had to Google her face to see who it was because we all couldn't agree. It was the.
So apparently those statements got her fired from EA. And, you know, I mean, when you're on a network show, you're probably under contract, so it is what it is. But I don't think there's anything really wrong with what she said there. Wow, women are amazing how they act nowadays. Right. You're talking about the fight, 100%. I was hoping that was just like a movie that they were recording down there or something. But I think that really was a fight. Toro, hello. Good to see you. Good morning. Howard Lutnick, you know, he's a liar, pants on fire. And he's a billionaire, that guy. I didn't realize how much money he's worth. And he was involved in gambling too, Mr. Howard Lutnick. Estimated net worth $3.3 billion. Primarily from his decades leading Cantor Fitzgerald. He was also, so he's the U.S. Secretary of Commerce. Cantor Gaming. What is Cantor Gaming? Reports indicate that Lutnick once founded Cantor Gaming, which faced regulatory issues and paid about $22.5 million to settle illegal gambling and money laundering related charges before it was dissolved in 2019. This was a gaming business, but not necessarily mainstream online betting like DraftKings or FanDuel. Interesting. And so this is the guy that keeps lying about Epstein. First, he said that, you know, we played it yesterday, that he was seen him a massage table in the middle of his house. They were neighbors, next door neighbors in New York. And he lied that he'd never seen him after that. And he's actually then he lied, said he's seen him 4 times. Now it's up to 9 now.
Republican Congressman from Kentucky, Thomas Massey, is back here with me tonight. And thank you, sir, for being back here. I believe you went back to the Justice Department today. If you did, what more can you tell us about what you saw?
Well, I saw that Lutnick shared his phone number with Epstein and that their assistants were setting up phone calls between them. So there is at least that other connection. I didn't find any new names today. I didn't have a lot of time to spend there. But by the way, it's a room with 4 computers and it's.
Yeah, you know, I agree. I hope they do have to answer for it because, you know, it's just so, and she did have a point about Bad Bunny. It's just like, why are they doing this? You know what I mean? It's like, why are they doing this? Is it for perversion, for control, and you just to feel like a fucking monster? Or is it for genetics? Is it biology, evolution? You know, what is I want to know why they're doing it, because we're never going to get the answers that we're looking for if we don't understand exactly what the fuck are they doing. You know? And it's crazy to even have to say that because your mind doesn't even want to go there. But yeah, exactly, Patty. And see, that's the question right there. It's like it can't just be that, you know? It can't just be that. This whole fucking, you know, I mean, these guys all have money and shit. How hard is it to get, you know, a girl to be with you when you have millions and billions of dollars? You know what I mean? Like, you really got to be a fucked up motherfucker to have to, get with some network organization. You know what I mean? It's just there's got to be more to it. Got to be more to it. Dean Dude takes exception to that. Is anytime you say old fart, he feels some type of way. It doesn't matter, whatever it is, whatever the follows or comes before the word old fart, he takes exception to. He feels like he's being talked about. So we all collectively apologize, old fart. He's out of here, he says. He is out of here. Don't leave, Dean. We got some more videos for you. So here's Howard Lutnick, he's worth $3.3 billion. And he's laughing.
Pretty bad people, including fake news, want to keep something like that going. But credible information, let them give it. Anything that's credible, I would say, let them have it.
And I think fake news, I think they're talking about Jeffrey Epstein, but he's just a creepy guy. Check this out. Dean will like this video. I have never seen one of these before. This is called a sailor's lighter. Grateful, that's hilarious. It isn't an airport. I need to use that one. My granddaughter loves when we do I'll go, bing, this is your captain speaking. We are now headed to the ice cream store. My co-pilot Mila will be getting Sour Blast Trolley ice cream. And then do it again, Papa Jason. Do the pilot. Do the pilot. Do the pilot. Right? Aren't these cool lighters? I mean, this would be for like crab fishermen or something. Check this out. What? Because if you're in, I guess it would be a sailor's lighter because, your hands are wet. It's going to be windy as hell. Now they have, electric lighters and all that kind of stuff now. And I seen crab fishermen actually use blowtorches. So I guess it would depend on the weather. I don't know why I'm watching it again. I just thought that was kind of a cool video. I didn't have time to look up where we could get those, but I would like to just have one just because. There's some very cool looking ones on Amazon. There you go. Thank you, Grateful. I will probably order one. Mr. Larry Silverstein. I've been talking about this guy for decades. This is the guy that owned the World Trade Center. And he bought those buildings knowing that he wanted to tear them down because they were already old when he bought them. He took out a huge insurance policy. He got rich when those buildings got hit. Yep, Mr. Larry Silverstein. Let's listen to this very, very powerful man explain why he wasn't there that day. It's only 2 days in his life he wasn't at the Trade Center, and that was one of them. Normally, he's there at that time.
Where were you on September 11th?
I was home. And the only reason I wasn't where I was every morning, subsequent to the 26th day of July. My mornings were spent usually at a breakfast meeting at Windows, an 8 o'clock breakfast meeting, Windows, the top of it, and then going down to visit with my tenants, my new tenants, at the trade center, getting to know them, understanding their problems and so forth, ascertaining how we could service their needs better, which is a.
Have you answered the question yet, motherfucker? Good God, it was a simple question.
First, one of the first things you do when you acquire a property, begin to meet your tenants and start talking with them. And so my mornings were spent at the trade center, and then by noon I was back uptown. And so that particular morning, because I have light-colored hair and fair skin, and I'm an annuity to the dermatologist, my wife, God bless her, had made an appointment for me at the doctor. And I remember dressing to go to the doctor. I'm finally saying to my wife, I said, sweetheart, I've got so much to do downtown. I got to cancel this. I've got to go downtown. And she said, you're not going to cancel this appointment. You're going to the dermatologist. You know, having been married now to the same woman for 46 years, you get this sense of determination on occasion, their voices. And I said, okay, yes, dear, I'll go. And then just minutes later, received a telephone call to turn on a television set and witnessed this horrendous circumstance. First plane hitting, and then the second plane hitting. Of course, with the second hit, it became obvious that this was terrorism.
Yeah, you are the terrorist. And he goes on to say that, well, I got to play a little bit more, and he's annoying me too, but I got to finish this.
But thereafter was absolute hell because so many of our people were down there. We were in occupancy, temporary occupancy, of the 88th floor of the North Tower prior to moving permanently into the 91st floor of the North Tower. And so my children, two of my children, Roger and Lisa, both work with me. They were on their way to work at 9 o'clock. Many others, about 100 people with us on their way to work. And as it turns out, had the plane struck 15 minutes later, our firm would have been decimated. As it is, we lost 4 of our people, 2 of whom I had hired just a few weeks prior to that.
So, as luck would have it, he went to a dermatology appointment that day. He never misses work. He is the boss of all bosses. He happens to miss work because his wife made him go to a dermatology appointment. And everybody that works with him happens to just be on their way to work, except for a couple of people that he just hired. Interesting. Yeah, looks like he's whispering, right? This interview was this was quite a while ago, because who is interviewing him? Isn't that I don't know if it shows who it was. That was quite a while ago. But yeah, you can look him up. Go down that rabbit hole. The Jewish Zionist Larry Silverstein. This just says it's not the Winter Olympics without watching this with the sound on. So I will do that. Let's turn it up.
Yannick Bertrand through the S-turn. Yannick Bertrand. Oh, the gate to the groin for Yannick Bertrand, and you could hear it. And if you're a man, you could feel it. Wow, watch this again. Oh, the Frenchman. Oh, monsieur. Wow.
Oh, monsieur. The old ski pole to the dick trick. That'll fucking get your attention. That'll get you on ESPN. My God. I didn't know that's what it was going to be. Let's see here. Woman says the FBI searched her house, told her they received a tip that Nancy Guthrie was. Oh, my God. Are you fucking kidding me? Reno 911. Here's an interesting one. Here's a juicy one. Motherfucker, that hurts. You already know it does. I'd rather listen to Richard Simmons exercising. That's funny. I'd rather listen to him speak than Kennedy. Robert Kennedy's. Yeah, that is kind of annoying. Oh yeah, I was late to the stream because I was catching up on the Guthrie thing. Interesting. Any new things on that? Don Jr. is engaged in insider trading and using his position to execute crypto schemes with foreign governments to bribe Trump. So this is just breaking. So you guys will be hearing about this. Not confirmed, but kind of.
Working with legacy media organizations.
Sorry.
To take down conservative figures, including the New York Times, which Project Veritas had a defamation lawsuit against.
I'm working with the New York Times right now. Do I want to work with the New York Times? Of course not. They're lefties. But if they're going to go after the truth of what's going on here, then okay.
And what's going on? Like, what's going on?
Don Jr.'s insider trading and defrauding the entire system. Stephen Witkoff, Howard Lutnick. I usually call him Lutnick.
Tierman specifically mentions Donald Trump Jr. and claims that Don Jr. is engaged in insider trading and using his position to execute crypto schemes with foreign governments to bribe Trump. Now, we haven't verified this, but we're showing you what Tierman's claiming in this interaction, and that Tierman's main mission is to make sure that Donald Trump Jr. ends up in prison.
Yeah, Don Jr. was a little annoyed with it.
Yeah, but
fuck Don Jr. He's been fucking stealing money by the billions. One of my missions for the next 2 years is to make sure he ends up in prison.
Why?
Because he's stolen fucking $1 billion from the American people. It's an absolute fucking grifter.
So, Nutlick, right? I picked up on that too. That's awesome. They released the one guy they picked up. Is there anything new? I just got home. Yeah, I heard that too. The one guy. I don't know if I bookmarked that one or not, but this lady, Newsmax.
There are code words that suggest Jeffrey Epstein and his associates could maybe even be engaging in some sort of consumption. Is that human consumption? Are there code words? There's a lot of talk of beef jerky. There's a restaurant called The Cannibal where the owner is listed in some of these documents. Now, that isn't a restaurant that is just proclaiming to serve human meat by any means. But some of this just, it seems that there's a lot of conspiracies that make you wonder. And I saw more emails about torture, and these coded conversations still have a very clear topic that torture was big. It was a big driver for them. And these were sick people doing very, very sick things. There are.
Yes, they were, but we just don't know exactly what. All right. This one will get you fired up a little bit. Thindu says, I just realized I'm the only trouser sausage in the chat room. This one kind of bothered me a little bit because, this is why I'm careful about where I go on vacations and stuff.
I'm sure you don't do anything to my husband.
I will fuck your husband.
And now you're going on the internet.
Yeah, because I am the motherfucking mayor. I will fuck you.
Bro, I'll drop you in a second.
No.
Yeah, you gotta stop pushing on me.
It's not gonna happen.
I know it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. It's next to you. It's next to you.
It's okay, man. You need to settle down.
No.
Yes.
I don't.
You clearly had too much to drink.
No, fuck you.
There's children. there's children here.
Yeah, I am the motherfucker.
They know he's drunk. Get out of his face.
I know, but you need to settle
Get
down.
out of his face.
He's breaking
me.
stuff, and he's getting in my face. Just because he's intoxicated? Just because he's intoxicated doesn't give him an excuse that he behaves the way he's behaving.
You gotta let go of me.
Yeah, he's drunk and he needs to control his alcohol. He doesn't get to behave like this because he drinks. Okay? He needs to leave. But he doesn't get to get in people's faces. My son's here. There's other children here. He's being disrespectful. He's pushing the employees. He's the one out of line, not me. Well, then, yeah, but don't make an excuse like he's drunk. Yes, you said he's intoxicated, like an ignorant excuse. I'm not saying it's you, but look at him. He can't even get off the ground.
You. Why fucking you Christ, man?
You okay? It's okay? You got it? Yeah, okay.
Some people, man, they're just, gross. Yeah. I mean, what do you do in a situation like that? You know? A dude that's, that guy kind of pretty much has handled it perfectly. I mean, he was kind of like whining at the end there a little bit, but I understand his frustration. You push that guy too hard at all, he's going to end up cracking his head open. He's in just a defenseless, even though he's being a complete fucking jerk off, he's just going to end up getting, and it's a no-win situation. Tom Petty and Prince are gone, but we have these idiots everywhere. Yeah, that is the current state of the union, Patty. Fuck. Unbelievable, right? Here we go. This pizza place has a Big Papa slice and challenges customers to eat within 15 minutes.
All you. Thank you. Good. Oh, it's closed up. Okay. This side right here. There we go. Comes with its own cutter here. Okay. Ooh. Cutter yourself to whatever size you desire. Okay. You are welcome to sit with him, but be warned, if you do touch it, you'll be able to about 15 minutes. Let me know when you're ready and we can begin. All right, I'm ready. Go for it. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
What are you doing? Right. I'm not a fan of the way he cut it, but I would definitely tear that up. I don't even need that pizza cutter. I'll just fold that whole thing in half and just start eating it. Fucking no, Todd Father would crush that pizza. You already know. Yeah, I think he would have probably the best chance out of anybody to finish it. But I would definitely. I wonder how much that cost. Big Mama's. Hold on, let me look this up real quick. Let me see if I can find it. Big Mama's Pizza Challenge. Oh, they got a whole bunch of them. £12 slice challenge. Yeah, that was it. But how much is it? Pizza. $40. Big Papa's slice, world's biggest pizza slice, up to one topping, $40, serves 5 to 7 people. So maybe you get it for free if you can eat it within 15 minutes. Otherwise, it's $40. And it comes with the little thing. Adam could do it. I think even Chris Chalk might have a chance at it. There's Stoney's in the house. Did I miss him? Where? Oh, there he is. What's up, Stoney? How you doing? Now I am craving a good pizza. You know, I thought about this the other day, Patty. Because we were talking about something, and somebody said they wanted. I don't know if we were talking about nachos or what it was. It's like it's one of the things that I am good at doing is getting everybody hungry. I guess it's just the best way to say it. When I start talking about, I've noticed that for like a couple years now. Like it's just something that. So I don't know where I'm going with it, but I need to expand on that a little bit, especially with my business and stuff like that. Maybe some commercials for my chocolate. My social media is dead right now for my business. Absolutely dead. My sales aren't dead, but my social media is. I just hate Facebook. It's so liberal. It's so woke. It's just trash. I step away to toast a bagel and come back to trouser sausage. Yes. You can't leave for a minute. There's Gianni. Hello. Gerard Cicelli's here. Everyone's here. Yeah, you can't forget about Troc. Yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of stuff like that. It doesn't even have to be the best pizza in the world. If I owned a pizza place, I would have something like that. I mean, it's kind of fun. It gives a reason for people to come in there. I mean, and $40 is a little bit more than you would spend for that, maybe double what you would pay for something like that if it was just a round pepperoni. But still, it's just the whole thing, Huge fan of it. We need stuff like that all across the country, like the food challenges and the mom and pop places. And I mean, I'm not a huge fan of watching people eat them. I did that a couple times and almost puked. Especially there was some girl that eats a huge amount of food and goes around the country winning all this money. I can't watch people do that. I think it's disgusting. But I would like to try it myself. Gianni's packed and ready to go. We won't see you much. Have fun. Yes, wherever you're going. I missed out where you're going, Gerard, but have fun wherever you're going. I mean, Gianni, sorry. Okay, I gotta go use the bathroom real quick. Tom Brady and Logan Paul got into it a little bit.
I'm told that I'm being flown out to Saudi Arabia to compete in a Fanatics flag football game with you.
Yeah, I'm actually a little worried for you because I know
for me.
Well, you're a good athlete, but you're like
No.
These guys are another level.
I am the highest level. I am the level.
No, you're not the level.
I am the level.
You're a good athlete, but honestly, when I'm thinking of Saquon Barkley and I'm thinking of like
can Saquon
Odell
Barkley
Beckham and Justin Jefferson,
a flip off the top rope?
Have you
a
not
180
seen him
moonsault
jump
off the top
over
rope
someone's
onto
head?
LA
It's
Knight?
cute. It's a great. I love WWE. It's very cute. But honestly, this is like real football. This is real competition.
I was an all-state linebacker. I rushed for 1,200 yards, 19 touchdowns my senior year.
Well, let's see what you can still bring it. I mean, look, we all had a great pass. I won 7 Super Bowl. Who don't gives a shit? You know what matters? This game, March 21st in Saudi. I'm glad you're going to be there, and I'm glad you're finally going to participate in like a competition that matters.
This guy's insane. The audacity of Tom Brady. I can't believe it. Wins 7 Super Bowls, thinks he can just go around and talk about his flag football game like it's going to be the Pro Bowl.
It's going to be way better than that.
What happened to Tom Brady? Look at these 2 rainbows. Yeah, exactly. Let me close a couple of these pages out. Man, I wanted to come up on Thindu's panel yesterday, but I know I got thrown off right away. But the issues with the freezing and all that, how frustrating that must be. What a great opportunity to make Thindu mad, but at the same time, I already know I don't even know how I would handle that. I just throw my laptop in the in the bathtub. I would cut the cord halfway and jump in the bathtub with my laptop if I had to deal with that on a regular basis. I can't wait either. Just a lot of traveling I don't look forward to. I dread flying across oh yes. I mean, it's amazing how those things even have enough gas to get across the ocean. You know what I mean? And then there's the stories of the Bermuda Triangle and what's her name? Amelia Earhart. I mean, you could end up on some deserted island, Gianni, and those coconut crabs are going to end up getting you. I think that's what they said happened to Amelia Earhart, right? That she was killed by the coconut crabs, or she survived the crash. Laptop in the bathtub shot. Yeah, you already know. Take a little something and sleep. Yeah, didn't they have to remember in the A-Team they had to drug what was his name in there? B.A. Baracus. Mr. T. They had to drug him. He didn't like to fly. So they would come up behind him and knock him out with chloroform or whatever they would do. Oh, we got a nice little rant by here, we'll skip that one for now. Carolyn Levitt.
Bloomberg. Thanks, Caroline. Secretary Lutnick today was testifying on the Hill, and he said that he had visited Epstein's Island in 2012 with his wife and children, and that's after he said that he had cut ties with Epstein. And the Justice Department documents show that he was in contact with Epstein through 2018 over messages. So does the White House stand behind Secretary Lutnick right now, or given what he has said today, has there been any shift in how the White House is viewing Secretary Lutnick's performance?
No, Secretary Lutnick remains a very important member of President Trump's team, and the president fully supports the secretary.
Sure he does. The negativity minute, you already know. Well, trust me, I hate to fly too. I mean, I hate to fly. Like, I hate it with the passion. It scares me. I don't like to fly at all. And especially as much shit as I talk about the government now, I don't know if I'll ever fly again. I'd rather fucking drive. I'd rather take my fucking bike than fly. Not to mention, it's just the people are just, oh, God, the fucking people. I see one person sick on the plane and I'm irritated the whole flight. And that's what happened with the Indian dude across from me when I was coming back from Arizona last year. Everybody's fucking sick. I'm good. Humans were not meant to fly. We have wings if we were. Yeah, we'd have wings if we were. You're right. I'm so sorry if you were frustrated yesterday, but I have to tell you, I laughed so hard at the situation. Yep. Well, it's his own fault. Grateful. Don't be sorry. It's his own damn fault. That's what he gets for putting me in the bathroom all the time. I have no problem telling people to cover your. Yes. I have to take a bottle of Xanax and drink a quart of rum just to get through it. Damn. It
seems as if...
Anybody know who this is just by looking at it? Looking at her, not it, her. I'm not trying to talk shit. I meant her. We all age. Just glad she's still around. That is the lead singer of the Eurythmics. Sweet Dreams Are Made of These. And her name is Annie Lennox, Grammy winner for the Eurythmics.
It seems as if moral compass has been taken away. Just removed. Moral compass. It's business. Moral compass. It's business. All of it. Money. Needy and greedy. Look what it does to people. Especially when they get up close to power, influence. Wow.
Listen to the money talk.
I have never seen anything like it. I don't know if life has always been that way. I guess it has. I look to the monks walking for peace. And it gives me...
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I agree. I agree, Patty. She's just now realizing this. Love her songs, though. John A. Light. I always said he looks a lot like Lesbo singer Katie Lang. For some reason, your Eurythmics reminded me of that. That's funny. I get them confused sometimes. Yeah, that's hilarious. Annie Lennox. Now I need to look up because I know who John A. Light is, but it's not. I gotta look him up real quick. Oh yeah, okay, that's funny. What else do we have here? I think I'm almost toward the end. This is the last video actually. Well, I'll go back through. I might have missed a couple. This is the drummer to a punk rock band. And he claimed that Courtney Love offered him money to kill Kurt Cobain.
But you did some deal with Courtney, right?
Yeah. She offered me 50 grand to whack Kurt Cobain. Yeah, I was telling you this.
She what?
50 grand to whack Kurt Cobain.
And that's a fact, is it? But people might think you're not the most reliable witness.
Well, that's too bad. You may not be the reliable witness your own self. Now think about that one.
Yeah.
This guy got hit by a train, so he's dead. I didn't know.
You know, when she offered me money, God dang, I wish I would have taken it, man. But I know who whacked him.
But how are you going to whack him? Did she tell you how to do it?
Yeah, blow his fucking head off.
So where were you going to find him to do it?
Well, up there, and she gave, mapped it out. I mean, up there in Bellevue, wherever they live, right outside Seattle. I know right where the house is. I know right what garden pop him in. I just didn't think she was serious.
But did she tell you how she wanted you to
Yeah,
pop
she
him?
says blow his fucking head off. I got the shotgun.
Crazy. He's a sick bastard. Mort. Tommy Stiggs does kind of. That is funny. But no, yeah, I looked it up. So this guy, let me see here. El Deuce died on April 19th, 1997. That's crazy. April 20th is in that same. I have to put that on in my National Terrorist Attack Week. He was struck and killed by a freight train in Riverside, California. The coroner ruled his death a misadventure, an accidental death, and noted he had a high blood alcohol content at the time. He was the drummer and sometimes vocalist for the shock rock heavy metal band The Mentors. Interesting. You just never know. Tommy Stiggs reminds me of Sinead O'Connor a little bit. Oh my gosh. Hold on a second. Gene Dude's been put in timeout for 10 seconds. Any more Tommy Stiggs comments like that, it's going up to a minute. Don't let him on SNL. Right. All right. I think that's it. Let me go back through, though. We got that one. We have Alex Jones rant we could play, but let me make sure I didn't miss any other ones. and play the. Oh yeah, we did play that one. Yep, I just have the Alex Jones rant, but I'm gonna play just a minute of it.
So driving home just a few minutes ago, I shot a quick report below, and I said Howard Lutnick said he basically met Epstein once with his wife. They moved in next door. They went over there. He said, "Hey, there's a massage table. We'll give you the best type of massage." It was super creepy. They basically ran away. And then it came out that a few years later, he and his wife and their kids went on a boat there and stayed there. That's lying. Okay? And then the commenters are like, you don't support Trump. The Democrats are the enemy. They're the ones that are, 99% going to this. And so you're doing their work for them. You need to protect Trump. Just because they're the ones involved in it 99% doesn't mean now that Trump can cover it up. That's immoral. That's injustifies the means. And you're not even watching the video. I know that. You're too lazy. The headline is, Howard Lutnick must resign or be fired. And then I explain all that in the video. Of course the Democrats are being political. Of course Raskin and all of them are being deceptive. It's all the Clintons, the global initiative funded by Ghislaine Maxwell and the UN and all the big leftist leaders in Europe. And the Keir Starmer administration, his people involved with the kids, all the stuff. Yes, they're the guilty ones. And Trump, because a few of his people are involved at certain levels, the financial stuff, we don't find any sex stuff, he's like, well, let's just move on. It'll hurt the economy. I disagree with that. And that's a very moral position to be in. And I wasn't sure about all this new stuff came out, and I'm sure now. So here's the deal. We built the movement Trump came in on. Overall, I like a lot of stuff he's doing. That doesn't matter. Trump could do 99% good, but if we, caught him, I don't know, roasting babies and eating them like Epstein's doing at the island confirmed, I think all you'd say, well, damn, we can't support him. Be like if you had a neighbor who's a really nice guy you knew for a year, played poker with him, went on trips.
We get it, Alex. It's too long of a rant. The Epstein thing is ridiculous. Nobody will ever get the info they want or exist. People just want to be chasing their tail. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it, Gianni. It's like protect your kids and your grandkids. That is the most important thing. Because, I think we can all agree that I heard this thing the other day. It made a lot of sense to me. Evil is always going to flow. Evil is always going to be there, no matter what. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you do. Evil is evil, and there's always going to be evil. And I can't remember exactly. I'll have to go back and listen, or I can't remember where I've seen that at. But it made a lot of sense because we're not going to save the world. Evil exists no matter what. It is a thing. It's hard to even wrap your mind around kind of when you break it down. But all we can do is just protect our own kids and grandkids, and because the threats are real out there. I had a video here in Washington State where a girl was sexually assaulted by a boy that she didn't know was a boy in wrestling. And I don't know, I didn't read the whole thing about it, but let me go to the top and see if we got anything. That was a weird one. I was going to bookmark that one. Here, let's listen to Pam Bondi real quick. Deflect.
The Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. and the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe. We should be talking about, what does a Dow have to do with anything? That's what they just asked. Are you kidding?
Mr. Jordan, Mr. Jordan. Committee.
Yep, we know Pam Bondi was put in there specifically to protect the Epstein files. Here's a little bit more. I guess this must be a new thing. She must be in Washington today. Okay, well, let's just watch this one.
Them and apologize for what your Department of Justice has done.
Members get to ask the questions. The witness gets to answer in the way they want to answer. The Attorney General can
That's
respond.
not accurate, Mr. Chairman.
Because she doesn't
It is
like the
my
answer.
time.
So,
Mr. Chairman,
why
I have asked.
didn't she ask Merrick Garland this
I-
twice?
Yeah, not worth listening to. Neither here nor there. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. I better get back to work anyway. Joe Rogan attacks Cash and Trump.
Yeah, but if that guy was not into that, if he was not into high school girls,
Right.
like if he was just into grown women who were sex workers and he ran the same operation exactly the same way, it could probably go on to this day.
Yeah.
And if everybody kept their fucking mouth shut, if all these guys, you know,
Oh, yeah. I mean, look at look at some.
This is Cheryl Hines. He recently had RFK's wife on there that he's talking to.
People that are in the.
There was nothing going on, so.
oh, FBI concluded Jeffrey Epstein wasn't running a sex trafficking ring for powerful men. File show.
So there you go.
Oh, there you go. Who says that? What's that source?
Yeah, it's going around. I just found the place that was showing the headline. It was going around the internet today. I
Oh,
think the AP
today?
report. Yeah, the AP. It's the AP reporting it. Yeah.
Today. Oh, I thought that was. I thought that was from 2005.
This is like the FBI.
I was like, oh,
today.
That's the gaslightiest gaslighting.
I don't know, Gianni. I mean, there's definitely something there, but I don't know, you know, I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I think that they have something else on Trump. Like those, everybody that is around Trump is either involved in are those people that were on the island, or they were put there to protect the people that were on the island. Like Howard Lutnick, for example. Now we already know that he was on the island, even though he lied about it. Now it's confirmed he was. He's trying to say, well, it was just a family picnic. Bullshit. So it seems like the whole Trump administration was put in place to keep Trump from exposing it. I don't know. It's hard. It is. I think it was more high powered. Yeah, I think so too. Patty doesn't think so either. I really haven't followed any of the Epstein stuff, but I don't think Trump has his hands in the cookie jar. There's been many accusations that he has with young girls, but that's it that I know of. Yeah. And you know, it's crazy because you know, I don't know. It's just mind-boggling because it's all of it is illegal and all of it is immoral, and that's just the way that it should be. But now, you know, some of this stuff is so disturbing and so disgusting that they're trying to take the stance that, and Megyn Kelly, this is her own words. Megyn Kelly says, well, 15-year-olds, I'm just paraphrasing, I don't remember the quote. A 15-year-old, it's not like they're 8 years old. They were 15. So, you know, take that as, you know, a sign that maybe, you know, Trump was with not quite legal girls at some point. I don't know. who knows? It's crazy because it went from, some of that stuff I didn't even repeat, talking about, I would say things like, 10 years ago about how the Queen, Queen Elizabeth was a baby eater, that's what these guys did. And we talked about Monster Inc. and being about the androchrome, the adrenochrome and stuff like that. But it's just like highly conspiratorial, like we knew that's what they were doing, but just very few people. Alex Jones and his loyal followers, basically. And everybody called Alex Jones a crazy person. They still do. But everybody did back then. And now on the mainstream news, they're talking about eating kids and all this kind of shit. So, Angelique, hello. How are you? Let me give you a wrench really quick. I know you're part of the crew. That is true. They were teenagers, not babies, but what the fuck? That don't make it any better. He's been taken to court or sexually assaulting a 13-year-old, but they settled out of court, plus also a 10-year-old, but they settle out, I don't think, with money. It's just accusations. Yeah. You think Trump put his admin in place to stop himself from exposing it? I'm confused. Yeah, I think it had more to do with, is a deal struck. Trump's all about the deal. So Madeleine Adelson, I think her name is, was Trump's largest donor. Huge Jewish Zionist Israeli citizen. Husband, owner of the Sands Corporation. Big into gambling and all that kind of stuff. And everybody in his administration is a Zionist or is pro-Israel. So I think there was a deal struck, like, okay, you can be president and you can we're gonna make you a few $1 billion, because he's made a few $1 billion since he's been president. Their family's made billions. I don't know. They always say there's clarity at the top and it's muddy at the bottom. So we don't have the clarity down here. Don't do that. Sorry, I'm typing on my computer, so I'm slower no, you're good. Polak, hello. Good to see you. Androchrome, after seeing Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I don't know who touched that shit. See, and that's crazy. I've never seen that movie. I need to watch that movie. I didn't even know that was in there. Yeah. It's all wild. Let's see here. We'll scroll a couple more and then I got to get out of here. Lex Wexner is co-conspirator of Epstein, says Elon Musk. Rand Paul and Katie Couric going back and forth. Some strange video. Yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. That's all the videos I had bookmarked. So I appreciate everybody stopping by. Polak, thanks for stopping by. Sorry, we got to end the show now. I got to get back in the kitchen. Actually, I got to run to the store first, then get back in the kitchen. So, thank you guys all for hanging out. Everyone have a great day, and I will see you over at Theme Dudes. Don't forget, Valentine's Day is Saturday. So if you need to get a Valentine's Day gift, better hurry up. Only got a couple days. Everyone have a good afternoon, and we'll talk to you soon.